Hello class, we are today creating a beautiful, festive, no scissors needed landscape, and we're going to learn about the positive and negative space. Positive space is the space that is jumping up on us, such as the hearts and trees and the house, anything that we drew on top of the background. So this is the foreground, the things that are jumping us out at us, such as things that we see first, such as things that are what we first observe, and everything that is in the background is the negative space. So the negative space in this instance is represented by the yellow paper. Okay, so I didn't do anything in the background. The yellow paper is the negative space. Is the background or the space or the environment that is allowing us to portray our subject matter. Subject matter in this case are the trees and the house and the road and the hills, which is our landscape. So today we're creating a simple no scissors needed landscape using shapes such as hearts, circles, squares, triangles to create one cohesive landscapes. And you're gonna get a few shapes, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about a handful like so. And you're gonna create your own type of landscape with it, and you're going to finish the details with your pencils and crayons, or if you have markers. So it's okay for you to finish the space in any way that you like. So to get started, we're going to need glue stick handy for our shapes, and we're going to need half of regular paper. So each student will get half of regular size paper, so this size of paper. Nice and bright paper to get started. I already cut one, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna pick a few shapes that we like. So maybe one triangle for the roof of the house. Maybe I would like some shapes for my flowers or my trees in the background. A square for my house. Few circles for my trees. Maybe I can combine shapes. I'll put a thin one on the thick one, just for fun. And I'm gonna create another one just like that. Isn't that pretty? And maybe a heart in the background too, a little heart. So there is love growing in the house. And I found these tiny little squares you can decorate the roof with, like a scale. So first we're gonna lay our collage down. We're not gluing yet. We're just gonna think about our collage. So all the spaces that I'm adding to the paper, all those spaces are our foreground, our positive space. So I'm gonna show you. I cut this in half. And the yellow is the negative space. The yellow paper is the negative space. And the hearts are the positive space. Hearts and house and all these shapes are the positive space. Okay? So when you're happy with your collage, you can start adding decorative elements. I am using marker just because pencil is a little hard to see and reflects on the paper. So, but for you, you're gonna start using pencil. You see how light it is? If I try to use pencil for the road, that's why I was using the marker. So you're gonna start drawing out some road and maybe some hills in the background and maybe some trees growing from the hills. But first, before you start drawing this, we're gonna actually go ahead and glue it on the paper so it's not gonna move. Okay, so once we have decided where everything is gonna be situated, we're gonna actually, first step is gonna be sign your paper. You know, put table number, For example, 10 or 1, table number, in a circle, first name, and grade. Okay? The next thing, we're gonna start gluing our shapes back in space of our negative space, and we're gonna place our positive shapes using glue sticks. We're gonna use our positive space. So everything that I'm adding, everything that I can see, anything that jumps at me, basically the subjects in our painting, what we are drawing. So right now I'm just connecting all the shapes and I'm putting them slightly differently. That's okay, as I was planning to, and I'm just having so much fun with this, kind of making my landscape so much fun. I combined it in a different way, and that's okay. We are artists, we can do that. Some glue down. I'm putting this one with a different shape this time. And I did like the roof effect. So I'm just gonna glue it back up here a little bit. All right, and maybe there's another heart living in here. There. Maybe I'll put the circle here on the heart. Okay, so I have my collage ready. So now we can draw the elements in the background. So what I'm going to do is, if I have pencils or markers or even pen, I can draw on top of the foam as well, or even a marker. Okay, some door, some branches for our trees. Even the heart is a tree, right? Some more hills, road leading to the house, maybe a big sun in the background. It's glowing. And you can use any kind of colors to decorate your piece. You can create shapes such as dots. You can do a wavy line to show if maybe there is a little pond here in the background. A zigzag line to show that maybe the sun is all hot, it's a hot day. Maybe some number 3 laying down to create some birds in the background. The road. We have a simple landscape that we can now color. And again, you are using pencils. So we can color it any colors that we like with pencils and crayons. Okay, maybe blue for the water. And maybe green for my hills. Green for hills. Maybe some red for the sun. Maybe it's a really hot day. Red and orange for the sun too. Since I already have a yellow in the paper. It's a nice warm painting that you can keep embellishing. And it is an easy and simple lesson to demonstrate the negative space again, which is the yellow, and the positive space, all the shapes that we added to the surface with no cut landscape. And I hope you enjoy it. Now is your turn. Don't forget to sign your paper first and we can get started.